Hi there, welcome to Tuesday Talk. I'm doing something a little bit different this week. I'm going live on Facebook too. So if you're watching, I hope you enjoy what we're doing this evening. So I am taking a couple of wooden boxes and I'm going to make tables out of them. So the first one that I'm going to be doing is a cheese box. No, I'm lying. This is a shaker box, okay? It's an oval box and they normally have these little seams on them. I have a couple of them here at my house. So I found this at the flea market on Sunday and it was only $2. And then inside was another surprise. There's another cheese box that was in, I keep saying cheese box. This is a shaker box. There was another one inside. Now, I actually fixed this one today because it was kind of splintered out. So I just used some wood glue. So this was a bonus. I actually did pay $1 for this one. So it was $3 for both boxes. But I'll tell you something. The ones that I have were Gerald Henn workshops, and they were signed, and they were really expensive. So these ones were quite a bargain. So I want to show you what we're doing with these. So we need a little table besides my husband's recliner. So this is going to fill the bill. So there's these little things. I did a little prep work at the shop so that we'll just be doing some painting tonight. So these are plates, and they come in angled and they come in flat. And I have another box here that I'm going to be showing you, but this one has the angled ones on it. And I just glued these on with E6000 because I think it's going to work for our purposes. Now I'm going to set this one aside a second and introduce you to the other box that I am going to be making a table out of. It is gigantic and it's a cheese box. Okay. How do you like that? So what I did with this one is I put the plates on the bottom with screws. And these are flat plates, and there's 4 of them, okay? So I'm going to set this one aside for a moment. And I have some stuff in there, too. This one's been in my basement for years, and oddly enough, inside that one was a little cheese box, too. So I am calling these the right thing. They are cheese boxes, okay? So these actually held wheels of cheese at one time or another. So I think these things are pretty cool. So those ones probably just set around, maybe sell in the shop. But so got some little feet. Let me just show you. Originally, I've had these feet forever. And I have a set of 4 of them. And they are in this color that's exactly the color of Dixie Belle's Flamingo paint. So I wanted to use these, but I was probably going to paint them anyway because I wasn't sure which one I was using where. But here's the thing. With these came from IKEA, so they're probably like metric instead of our measurements. So these ones that I buy at Lowe's are meant to fit these plates. So I'm sure there's a plate that fits this, and I guess I have to go to IKEA to find it. So I always can make an excuse to make a trip to IKEA. But I just wanted to show you those. But the ones that we're actually going to be using are these. I got 3 of those to use on the shaker box. Now, these aren't exactly a shaker style leg, but we're making do. These were only $1.98 a piece. So these things can be really pricey. Then the other ones that I got for the cheese box, they're a lot taller because it's a bigger box. So there's 4 of these. I think these were $3.98 a piece, pretty sure. But they're a nice turned leg. So we're going to be staining these ones, and then we're going to be painting the other ones and painting the box. So let's get busy painting. So we also have some waxing to do, but then we'll go ahead and get our legs prepped because we're going to work on that one first so the paint can dry. And these things just rip off. I have a pair of pliers here. Try to make it a little easier. Whew. Okay, and the staple's stuck in there. These are just jewelry pliers, but they'll work. So I have a white blouse on, so hopefully I won't get any paint on my t-shirt because it's that's just a magnet for paint, right? So I'm going to be using Barn Red. This is Dixie Belle's Barn Red because I have some red. Well, my kitchen's red because I'm going to make this, the little one, the shaker box is going to be for my house. So I just like a little pop of color because we have Savannah Mist in our dining room here. You can maybe see a little bit of the red in the kitchen over there, or which way you guys can't on Facebook, but on YouTube you can. But so I like to bring a little pop of color into the different rooms. So I'm going to get started painting the shaker box. I'm calling them different things, but I'm going to have to take the lid off and the bottom. So this is heavy duty. This one is, and the other one is really heavy too. So I almost forgot that I had opened that previously, so we could have had a mess on our hands. Never fear. We have the seal on. Trying to say a few words at the same time. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's kind of warm today. It was nice, and I got to leave the store for a little road trip today. Just went out to Hollidaysburg to a junkyard because I wanted to get a tailgate for a vendor that's coming in. So we're getting a whole bunch of new vendors in the store at the beginning of June, which is only a week away, and I'm super excited about it. So I am using Dixie Belle's, what brush is this? The Belle brush. And I'm probably only going to use one coat of paint on this because it's really giving me great coverage on this raw wood. I guess I should put the screen down here. So for those of you that are joining on Facebook, you're getting to see the action as is. And for those of you that join me on YouTube, we are almost at 700 subscribers. We're 2 away. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Because once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can quit going live from my laptop. And I can go from a different device, such as my phone. And if you watch the YouTube video later and you watch the Facebook Live, you'll see the video so much clearer on the phone. The camera is so much better than it is on the one on my computer. So that's something that we're getting there. We're getting there. And, you know, I have a $500 giveaway. If you visit my Instagram page and follow the instructions on there, you can win $500. And I'm knocking things over when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So check that out. It's pretty simple instructions. Facebook doesn't really like contests anymore. Okay, I am going to set this on something so that I don't get... did I do it? I missed. I thought I got paint on the t-shirt. Okay, I'm getting these legs out of here, putting the bag on the floor, and putting the box there to dry. Because we'll stain our other legs while we're waiting for this to dry. That's raw wood, and the chalk paint will dry pretty quickly on that. So, I'm going to do the legs next, because we'll screw those in, and if the top isn't quite dry, then we don't have to put it on right away. So, what else? I know there's more news. Oh, if you on around the Alleghenies, I did a show for them, and that is airing. Well, it aired today on Channel 8, but this on at, I think it's 10:30 tonight on Channel 23. So if you get a chance to put that on, I was talking about patriotic. I'm just going to lay this down here. Patriotic decor. So put this back up. So this is super easy. A lot of people don't like to paint spindles. I don't mind. Even after painting a stairway like that was huge, I still actually like to paint spindles. I like to paint chairs. It's really weird. I don't know. Not everybody likes to. So it's easy to paint these things. When you get to the top, you can just hold on to the screw. So I'm also going to be using some wax on this piece. And where did my other leg go? Oh, that's what I knocked over earlier. I am going to be using clear wax first, and then to make it nice and soft. And then I'm going to be using grunge gray wax to give it some aging and some, I cannot say the word, distressing. So anyway, it was a fun day to go shopping for a tailgate, and I was supposed to go pick up a settee for the rustic bridal and event rentals also. So, I have a convertible, so that's I was going to look like Granny Clampett, except she never drove. Anyway, in the convertible today. Okay, so I have one more piece. But anyway, I'll probably go pick that up tomorrow. But it would have been interesting to have the tailgate and the and the settee. It's really pretty. So when I'm driving, I peripherally look at everything around me. And I was going down the road and I'm like, did I just see a velvet Victorian settee along the side of the road? And I did. And they were having a yard sale, which is pretty cool because I had actually seen the yard sale advertised on Facebook Marketplace. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to get to go to that. But I was out running errands and I stopped and I did. I made an offer and they didn't want to accept the offer at first, but they said if they didn't sell it, they would sell it to me. So guess what? No one else bought it. And it's mine. So that might actually be our step-by-step video for Saturday, is me refurbishing this seat. It is red velvet and the springs are out in it. So I'm going to be showing how to repair that without starting fresh. So I'm actually going to paint the velvet, and I almost forgot to paint the top of this. So I'm going to be painting the velvet and I'm going to push those springs back in and just use webbing to secure it. So I also have a really beautiful vanity that I bought that I thought a lady wanted me to paint, and she changed her mind. So I have a vanity that can be custom painted for someone. So if anyone is interested in that, be sure to let me know. All right. This is so pretty already. So I'm just going to set this box lid down here on top of the other one, kind of straddle it there. I should have grabbed some wipes or something, but of course I didn't. Okay, so now what we're going to do while those things are drying is turn our attention to the cheese box legs. And again, I'm going to take these things off. You do want to get those staples out, because if you don't, then it won't screw down in the whole way. These are hardwood. I'm not sure what exactly kind of wood they are, but they're not pine. They're definitely a harder wood. I think the little turned legs, the other smaller ones, might be pine, but this is definitely something else. It's a hardwood. So yeah, we're at 668, I think. So just a couple away. No, I'm wrong. We're a couple away from 700. I don't know. I have to look again. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to stain it. We're going to use Voodoo Gel Stain. And I think I did forget to grab a paper towel. So, BRB, okay? Hang tight. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. So I am going to use Voodoo Gel Stain in Tobacco Road. I love this stuff. This is a brand new bottle, so I have to take the little seal off. But I love it because you can just squeeze it out. So Facebook, you can see in my living room. My dog's not on the couch, but that's his blanket on the couch. All right, I'm going to shake this up a little bit. Put this down for YouTube. And I'm just going to squirt this stuff on. That's what I love about this stuff. And then I'm going to use the paper towel to just spread it around. Okay, got all this stuff in my way here. So it's water-based stain. It doesn't stink. It's super easy to use. And I just love the convenience of the squirt bottle. I just think that's the best part of it. And just being able to apply it with a paper towel is just really great. You can use a brush, of course. You could use a cloth. Here's my Grizz, my puppy dog. You can't see him, but he's under the table. He often likes to join me every Tuesday night and hang out underneath the table. He must have heard me mention his name or just say my dog. Actually, I hear some fireworks, so that's his cue to cuddle up. He does not like fireworks at all. I think a lot of dogs don't. So here's one. Hey, Haley, Jane. Glad to hear someone else has to share. HTH? I'm not sure. I gotta think. I have to think about that a minute. I'm sure I know. HTH. Jane, you'll have to let me know what you mean, because I can't think of what HTH is. I'm probably going to go, duh, whenever I hear. So, can you imagine how fast you could stand a table with this stuff? I hear someone else to share their sofa with their babies. Yes, for sure. Oh, he's totally, we share it. I should say he's kind enough to share it with us at times, He likes his corner because we have like a sectional, and he hangs out in the corner and manages to really just make it so that neither one of us can be comfortable. But you know what? He's the king. He's a rescue dog, and he did not have a good life before. So we kind of spoil him a little bit and don't feel bad about it at all. Hate to brag, but so far I haven't gotten anything on my shirt, so we're doing good. All right, we have 2 legs done. We're 50% done. But you know what? Once these legs are done, boom, that's all there is to it. It's really super easy. So I hope you guys have something to, a project that we're working together on tonight. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, we do Tuesday Talk every week, and this is the very first time that I'm also simulcasting on Facebook Live. I just thought, what the heck? Why not? So, doing that, and then we also have a Thursday night show that is an edited video. It's not live, so it's called More About Decor, and just as the title says, it's a little bit more about decorating, sometimes flea market shopping and stuff like that, as opposed to just furniture painting. So, does the stain come in different shades? Yes, it does. It is awesome stuff. It comes in a beautiful blue. It's called Temptress Teal, and it comes in Spanish Moss, which is a green. It comes in Up in Smoke, which is a beautiful gray. It comes in Black Magic and White Magic. So you can do whitewash or just a black. And what's cool about this stuff too is you can distress with it as well. It's just such nice stuff. And there's also a denim blue. But it's just so nice. It's great for little craft things because of the fact that you can be inside doing it, and it's just nice, easy cleanup, and it doesn't stink. I do like Dixie Belle's oil-based waxes as well, or waxes, stains as well. But I'm always grabbing the voodoo gel stain for so many things. I like to take a tabletop and then just like mix up the different colors on it. I just kind of like do a little random lines, get it pretty wet, and then take a brush through it, and it really just looks like real wood grain with all the different tones in it, the blacks and the grays and the browns. Very pretty. Now, no, we're not going for perfection here because I might touch this up later. But I just like to, I made sure I was actually going to get a completed project for you guys tonight. So often I, have to cut it off and say, check my completed projects tomorrow. And sometimes I don't get to it right away. So, and there's some that I've never gotten back to, but I will. But anyway, I just was determined I was going to get a finished product for you guys tonight so you could see. Okay, I keep seeing spots that I missed. All right, put this up here. Okay, so we have the legs done. So I didn't do anything to this cheese box to it. I thought the patina on it was really nice. I may take some wax because there are some like marks on it. I might just take some wax, but this is just the way things age. So I just really like the way it looks. So, oops, sorry to make the noise. Scaring my dog again. And this one could stay as is, or this one could get stained. That would look really nice to stain this too. So, set that aside. And then, so here's the bottom of the box. And I did previously screw on these plates, and these are flat plates. And I'm going to say my prayers that these will fit in here. And they are. Just because the ones from IKEA did not. So they're raised like that so that you can screw these in. I have used these for lots of things, and they have a variety of these legs. They have just straight, plain wood ones. They have mid-century modern looking ones that are wood, and they have little metal on the bottom, and that has a little like leveler on it. Okay, this one's giving me, I don't think I screwed that in the entire way. Okay, we're going to leave that one out a little bit, and I'll revisit that one later, but I don't know why. I did get the box cracked a little bit, so I might have to put another piece of wood on the other side. But, boom. I know, it's right in your face here. I'm going to put the lid on it. Hang on, sorry it's so close up. I'm going to put it back here. Put the lid on it. But look, we have a table. Isn't it cool? See that? So we just made a table. And if you didn't get a really good look at it, I will post it for sure so that you can see it later. But I think that was pretty easy peasy. That was awesome. So boom, we have one done. So let's look at our shaker box. So what I have here is clear wax, and I have Dixie Belle's Best Dang brush. Okay, and this is a really big brush that is great for blending paint with, and it's also, I love it for a wax brush. And our wax is water-based, so just like the paint, so you can wash it out and you can use the same brush, it won't matter. So I'll put this down again, and I'm just using this. See if you guys can see that. I am just waxing this with the clear wax. We only have 3 legs to do here, so So see how that paint dried while we were, sorry, I keep scaring my poor dog. He's laying on my toes. He's like afraid of noises outside, and I'm worse. I'm making more noise than he was hearing outside and afraid of. Okay, see what a difference that makes. I'm going to hold this up. You see the difference between the waxed one and the non-waxed one? It just makes such a difference. It's just smoother. Don't be afraid to say hello if you're just coming on, either on YouTube or on Facebook. Okay, so while I have these legs off, because it'd be much easier, I'm just going to take this brush now, which is my La Petite brush. This is another Dixie Belle brush. I like it because it has a little point, and it's great for getting in nooks and crannies with wax or paint. I like to use a synthetic brush for paint and a natural bristle brush for waxes. So I am just going to go along here with this wax. And I didn't grab enough paper towels, so I'm going to have to pop up and grab another paper towel and then come right back. So hang tight again. I'll be right back, Grizz. It's okay, buddy. Okay, and I'm back. I grabbed the whole roll this time. That's going to be a new thing. From now on, every week, I'm just going to grab a roll of paper towels. Did you get something on me, Billy? I did. I got some stain on, but you know what? It is water-based, so I should be okay. So what I did now, I put the wax on here. Now I'm just going to take the towel. It's tough to see in both places. I think I'll put this up, and I'll hold this up in the air and do it. But I'm just wiping back the wax, and I'm going in this direction so that up and down rather than around. Either way, I guess it'll work. But what's happening is the dark wax kind of stays in the crevices. So it just gives it a little, and you can use as much or as little as you want. So I can come back in and add more. And it's just giving it that aged look. Okay. Yeah, I definitely lost a screw out of there. The screw loose. You guys knew that. There we go, dropping the legs again. Hot mess, right? I'm glad you're watching that. Glad you're witnessing it. I'm a little heavier with the wax this time. I'm going to wipe it back again. All right, this one stayed in the crevices a little bit more. Okay, and then our last one. So I'm again, these ones you'll see are angled. The plates for the shaker box I did angled. I was going to try to find an alternative because I just didn't want to spend a lot of money on these, but it's so much easier just to put that plate on. I think it's called it's a something plate, but it's just so much easier than trying to screw through the piece. So we have our legs done. The other one's on the floor here. Okay, now I'm going to wax the box itself. And it should be pretty well dry because the lid is. Okay. Same thing, we're going to use the best dang brush. I'm running out of table here. Okay, let me put this aside here. So I can set this down. Okay, so again, I'm using the best dang brush, and I'm just generously applying the wax. I'll come around the side here so you can see. To dry pretty quickly. It's still just a touch damp, so, but it's okay. It'll be okay. I'm moving you around up there. So I hope you liked this evening going live in 2 places. It's kind of fun for me. Okay, so we have that the whole way around. Just taking my paper towel again, and I'm just wiping this. And there's not a lot of opportunity on here. Boy, that makes it just so nice and smooth. I'll hold it up here in a second so you can see. Okay, see, you can see just what a difference. I didn't get it all rubbed in yet. You can see what a difference. Now, I did not sand this piece, and being raw wood, it's a little rough. So this is a time when you might want to use a rag as opposed to a paper towel, because sometimes this can leave lint on there when it's a unfinished piece because it just has, it's a little rough. So, so with this one, I'll put the screen down a little bit, but here's the opportunity for the wax with this. Because of it being just a plain, simple, flat piece, it's not a lot of opportunity for that. Not a lot of details. So we're just going to go ahead and put the wax over that area where those screws are, and just kind of along the top and the bottom, I think is a good place too. Just kind of, well, really around the bottom mainly, because the top is going to have a lid on it, so you won't see it since it's going to be used for a table. But the fact that this opens is so nice because it's extra storage, you know. You can put your remotes in there or whatever, magazines, books, your glasses. If you have a knitting project or something you're working on. Okay, check that out. See how that distressed? Nice. Okay, let's get the feet on here, and then we'll distress the top. And then we're actually done. This up a little bit now. Okay. Now, like I said, these are angled. They're not flat. So these legs are going to go out at an angle. So because of the fact that I glued them on, I almost glued them on the wrong way. Megan was there with me that works at our store, and Thursday's her last day, and I will miss her terribly. But she caught me putting them on the wrong way and straightened me out. Okay, this is the big test. Does it stand? Oh, yeah. All right, let me put this out of the way for a second so I can wax the top, and then we'll do the grand finale. Okay, now the reason why I put clear wax on before I put the dark wax on is because sometimes it'll just grab that chalky paint and just be too intense and you won't like it. So I missed a little bit of paint on the edge, but it's fine because we'll just get it with the wax, the dark wax, and it'll just look like it was on purpose. I always say there are no accidents when you're painting. You just make it work. Okay, this is pretty. I really am glad. I'm not sure how I got inspired to do this week. Maybe it was when I went to the flea market and picked up this box for such a good price, and then I was in the basement and I saw the cheese box that's been there forever, and I was like, okay, we need to make tables out of these little boxes. And I really haven't seen it done before, so it was just kind of an original idea, I guess. So feel free to share these videos because I appreciate it. Especially the ones on YouTube, because just trying to grow the channel. All right, lengthen this back. And then we're gonna hit it with the wax, the gray wax, and that gray is called grunge gray. And this is a little container. We have bigger containers at the store like this. I always buy my clear in the big ones. The little ones, the colored wax that you don't use quite as much, but I use a lot of wax. But we have them in like a sampler pack that you can get. And you can get all the different colors of the colored wax in the sampler pack. Okay, so I'm covering that little piece over here where I didn't have a lot of paint. And I'm just kind of randomly going across the top of the box. And I really want to hit around this bottom edge because that's what you'll see. Jane, you really like the table. You need to get a few things, so you're hoping to get in there this week. I hope to see you too. You may see the cheese box table in the store. I might just put that one up for sale. But this guy I'm keeping. I like these brushes too because they stand up. All right, let's wipe back some of this wax. Okay, I'm going to clear the deck here so I can show you the finished piece. If I can get the lid on it again. Hang tight. Josie! How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're on. We're almost done, but I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to get some stuff out of the way. Doing okay there? Miss ya? Ooh, again, I almost forget that the lid's not on quite tight on the red paint. That would be a tragedy. I would lose my happy home, I'm sure. All right, are you ready for the grand reveal of this little table? So I'm going to set it down so you can see that it actually works. I'll try to pull that forward. I know that didn't help much, did it? But anyway, I'll hold it up like this. I think this is a little cutie. I love this. I'm actually happy I went with these legs. I was thinking they weren't very shaker style, but it's kind of, I don't know. It's a very traditional piece, though. I think it's really cool. Pretty happy with it. You just got back in Altoona. Okay, stop in and see me. All right. Well, I believe, let me see, we've been on 45 minutes tonight. That's good for us. We were on over an hour last time. But, look how cute this is with stuff on it. Look, our other shaker box on top. What a cutie, right? Okay. Well, I thank you so much for watching, joining on Facebook and on YouTube. Again, help my channel grow. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. And share the video. I appreciate it. Have a great night.